Following is a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network.
Play on, and Anderson is going to launch for three. It's good!
Payoff pitch, swing and a miss. It's a drop third strike. All he has to do is throw him out, and the West Fargo Patriots are your 2022 state champions.
Now it's game time. Let's head up to the broadcast booth for the pregame show right now on Magnitude Sports.
High school Vikings. I'd like to welcome you all in to, again, a Region 1 Class B girls basketball matchup. My name is Josh Almaris. I am joined alongside Nicholas, Eggy the Eggmeister Eggman, and our cameraman Lucas Clabundi. Nick, it's been a long time, all the way back to December 20th since we've been on the air. It's good to be back. I know I'm excited. How are you feeling?
I feel great. I mean, rematch with last year's Region 1 championship to get to state. It's going to be a great game here in Kindred tonight, I think.
Yeah, there's a lot of things to look at on this. The Northern Cass Jaguars coming in with a record of 7-2. They've had a couple of similar common opponents to the Vikings. The Vikings have a record of 6-2. You mentioned it already. These two teams battled for the region championship last year. Of course, they look a little bit different this year than they did last year. But two teams that are excited to get on the court and duke it out against one another. Nick, a couple of common opponents. If you look at Northern Cass, they played Tri-State all the way back on December 1st, and they beat them by 17. They won 78-61. The Vikings have also played Tri-State, beat them by 11. So if you look on paper, two similar games there. That isn't giving you a whole lot. But the Vikings, they saw their 30-game win streak come to an end on December 31st in Shiloh. They got beat quite handily, to be frank, 71-47 at Shiloh. And like I said, that ended a 30-game win streak. They then won against Milner, but they lost against Thompson by 22 not so long ago on January 7th. That Thompson opponent that the Vikings lost to 65-31. Northern Cass also played on December 29th and only lost by 7, 82-75. So on paper, you might say the Northern Cass Jaguars have an advantage. You agree?
I think so. I think tides are starting to shift here in Region 1 basketball here. Northern Cass coming up. They've been competitive these last couple of years, but I think it might be coming to the point where they're going to come in and they're going to be competing for these Region 1 championships year in, year out.
Yeah, if you go a different route, though, Nicholas, you look at the girls Class B polls, you'll see that the Vikings are ranked 10th in the state.
Yep.
Number 1 is Kenmare Bowbells. Number 2, Rugby. Thompson, number 3. Thompson got the better end of both of these teams. Central McLean, number 4. Carrington, number 5. Shiloh Christian, number 6. And it's Central Cass, who you'd say are probably the Region 1 favorites.
Yep.
They're ranked number 7. Vikings, number 10. Northern Cass not on the board, but they're receiving votes. So
yeah, I think they're really, really close teams here. I think it's going to be a good game. I think Northern Cass has the presence down low that's going to help them really compete in this game.
How about pedigrees? Let's take a look at the pedigree, Nick. The Vikings certainly have a fantastic pedigree. Like I said, 30 games. They had one in a row all the way. December 31st was when that 30-game win streak came to an end. Kindred Vikings, of course, last year were the regular season champs, the region tournament champs. They beat Northern Cass in the region championship, and they won the state tournament last year as well, so the defending state champs. But if you look at the pedigree of the Northern Cass Jags, they were in the region championship for basketball last year, and by the way, they have had a pretty good volleyball run as well.
Yes.
Winning the state championship this year with several of these girls playing on that all-state volleyball players. Josie Jensen and Hallie Crockett starting for the Jaguars. In 21, they were runner-ups in volleyball. In 2020, they were in the state tournament, so both teams know what it takes to be successful.
Yep, and both teams like to play each other in those Region 1 championships too. Last year in basketball, this year in volleyball.
Interesting matchup, Nick. Let's get to our over-under. It's been since December 20th, so I really don't know what way this game could go. It could be close, close with Vikings winning, close with Jaguars winning. Could be Jaguars run away with this. The Vikings might run away with this. The size advantage, I think, probably. I think it favors the Jaguars. I'm going to put let's just say, is this game going to be within 6 points? 6 points. Yep, so you got to call over or under, winning team. We don't know who it's going to be. Are they going to win by more or less than 6 points?
Well, as a basketball fan, I wish it would be the under. So we have a close game all the way to the end, but I think with all those fouls that come in late in the game, I think it's going to run out of way, and then it's going to be more than 6. I'm going to go with the over.
Okay, so Eggie thinks this is going to be over a 6-point game, potentially tight until foul trouble or fouling has to happen to get a team an advantage. But we do think it's going to be a good battle. It should be an interesting one. We'll have the national anthem here coming up very shortly. It won't be sung by a student, so we're going to take a break, Nick, and we'll come back for opening lineups. Again, welcome in to Kindred, North Dakota, Magnitude Sports. Josh O'Maris with Nick Eggman and Lucas Klabundi. We're excited you're joining us. Hey fans, I misspoke. It is going to be a sung national anthem, so we're going to keep it here. Great job there by a couple of Kindred basketball players, Nick. Yep. Get myself resituated. Liza Trenbeth and Peyton Getty singing the national anthem. One of the things we love about Class B, we talk about it all the time, is the fact that kids are involved in a little bit of everything. And there's Peyton Getty and Liza Trenbeth showing off some skills outside of the basketball court.
It's great to see all the students getting involved.
So we're gearing up here. We got a number 10 in the state, Kindred Vikings team, taking on a team that's getting votes, the Northern Cass Jaguars. We're going to turn down to Paul Quislen for the starting lineups.
Number 4, Eddie Rupp. Also at guard, 5'9" senior. Number 13, Kelly Rupp. Also at guard, 6'1" junior. Number 5, Kelly Lucas. Number 12, Josie Jensen. Head coach for the Jaguars, B.C. Lewis. He's assisted by David Jensen and Taylor Lewis.
Once again, Northern Cass Jags come in with a record of 7-2. Taking on the Kindred Vikings, who have a record of 6-2. Paul Quislen taking the home team lineups.
Number guard, 5'6" senior. Number 0, Charlie. Number
in, lineups look as following. The Northern Cass Jaguars have Hayden Crockett, Addie Rust, Ellie Lucas, Josie Jensen, and Hallie Crockett. Look at that size mismatch with Josie Jensen, 6'3", and Ellie Lucas, 6'1". Vikings don't have the size they once had. We'll see how they match up. The starters they're going to counter with, the Vikings that is, are Charlie McQuillan, Peyton Getty, Avery Bartels, Casey Berner, and Layla Eisenshank. Northern Cass is coached by D.C. Lucas in his third year as head coach, 6th overall with the program, a VCSU graduate. And on the other side of the bench is Sam Brandt, head coach in her 6th year, 10th year with the program, hails from Andover, Minnesota, Minot State grad, two-sport college athlete. Here we go. It's rocking in here,
Shania Twain to start off.
Yeah, it is rocking in more than one way. Tip goes to Casey Berner. Casey Berner going to run the floor here. Throw down to the corner. Can hardly see Layla Eisenshank. Going to see her shot blocked, but Avery Bartels picks it up, shoots it out left. Charlie McQuillan, no good. Rebound Layla Eisenshank, and she kicks it out to Peyton Getty. Great atmosphere here in Kindred.
Yes.
A lot of people, especially here on the home team side. That ball is going to be taken by Hayden Crockett. Hayden Crockett, sophomore, 5'7", big part of this team. It's going to go now inside to Josie Jensen. Left-handed layup, no good by the Jags. Rebound Hayden Crockett, no good. And so far, neither team has been able to crack the scoreboard. Layla Eisenshank going to bring it down the floor. She drives. Might have been a travel, Nick. Yep, it is.
Yep. 2 early turnovers for Kindred here. Something they can't let happen. Can't have a lot of those turnovers in a close game like this.
The Jags did go inside to Josie Jensen. Didn't work right away. Josie Jensen, an all-state volleyball player. I would imagine they're going to continue to stick with that plan.
Yep, looks like Avery Bartels is going to be tasked with her tonight.
There it is. Nice pass down low by Jensen. And the basket is no good by Hayden Crockett. The sophomore unable to come up with one. Peyton Getty down to Casey Berner. Casey Berner going to drive the baseline.
Nice.
Up,
drive.
And in. Casey Berner is the first to score, and the Vikings faithful have a seat.
Now we can see, Josh.
Now we can see. Once again, Josh, we won't get into that. Number 4 for the Jags, that's Addie Russ, no good. And the Vikings, Peyton Getty brings it down. Peyton Getty gets her own rebound.
Very fast-paced game to start here, Josh.
Absolutely. We're a minute and a half in already. Score is just 2-0. But a lot of tempo.
Three-pointer.
McQuillan, short, no good. Rebound goes to Jensen. Going to move it up to Crockett. Left-handed layup is good. Crockett of the Hayden version is going to get the Jags on the scoreboard. It's 2-2.
I like this pace. Keep these teams driving down the court.
The pace probably suits the Vikings, wouldn't you say, Nick?
Yep, I think if you're Northern Cass, you want to get in half-court press here and get that thing down to your big post.
Casey Berner on the drive, no good. Rebound goes to Crockett. Crockett going to pull back and send on to Addie Rust. Addie Rust goes across to Ellie Lucas. The coach's daughter goes inside. Basket's no good by Hallie Crockett. Ball's out of bounds. Checking in for the Vikings, Tess Rohrbeck, Kennedy Bacco, and Amelia Eisenshank.
Yeah, now if you're Northern Cassie, I mean, you don't have anyone that's close to Josie Jensen's height right now. You want to put that thing down low and let her go to work.
Josie Jensen, 6'3", Ellie Lucas, 6'1". The Vikings' tallest girls are Avery Bartels, 5'11", and Kennedy Bacco, 5'11".
So it looks like Kenny Bacco will be tasked with her again, down low.
Bacco, right on cue, drives into the paint, then kicks out to Berner. Berner, over 1,000 points in her career, goes again to the basket, no good. Rebound goes to Ellie Lucas. Ellie Lucas up to Hallie Crockett. Hallie Crockett, left-hand layup. It's good, and one. Amelia Eisenshank going to get called for the foul. Hallie Crockett, I just said that Casey Berner has over 1,000 points. Hallie Crockett is around 1,800 points, nearing 2,000. Whoa. Likely for her to get to 2,000 by the end of the year. She's still got her work cut out for her, but now she's got herself 3 points closer. Jags have the lead 5-2. We're nearing the 5-minute mark left in the first quarter. Casey Berner to the elbow, then out. Nice play, and Bacco finishes it off. Nice job by Kennedy Bacco.
Yep, backdoor cut there by Kennedy Bacco, young player getting back there knowing what to do.
Hayden Crockett has Peyton Getty working against her. Jensen goes outside, and then it eventually gets back inside. Great move there by Ellie Lucas. Ellie Lucas, a guard, 6'1", a junior, and the score is now 7-4. Kennedy Bacco up top. Goes inside. Tess Rohrbeck gets the basket and is fouled. Tess Rohrbeck going to go to the line.
Great play by both teams here. Put 2 fouls here down low for an old-fashioned three-point play here. Attempt for Kindred. Northern Cass already has one.
That foul's going to go against Addie Rust, her first, team's first. I don't know that Northern Cass goes overly deep, Nick, and that's an advantage that the Vikings are going to try to utilize. Tess Rohrbeck misses her free throw. Crockett goes behind the back, takes it all the way. Finger roll, left-handed, not even close. Charlie McQuillan picks up the rebound. Crockett hustles back on defense. McQuillan to her left, roll, nice, no defense. Good. She gets the ball back though. Nice job there. Rebound went to Josie Jensen, but McQuillan worked it back. And this time now, Ellie Lucas couldn't gather it in. It goes off her fingers. Vikings are going to keep it. 7-6, Jags lead. Both teams. This
game feels like it's a pressure-packed game.
It is. It feels
like a playoff game.
And it is a big Region 1 contest. There's no doubt about it. Vikings on a little slide here. Casey Berner for 3. No good. Off the back. Rebound here is to Kayla Treader. Kayla Treader goes inside. She's fouled. That's going to go against Rohrbeck. So they have brought in their 6th person in. Kayla Treader, the Jags have. I know we had said, looks like they're going to bring in now Tess Gelbert. Tess Gelbert looking to check in for the Jags. And she's going to come in for Ellie Lucas. 8-6, Jags lead. First basket was good. And Crockett hits both. Crockett already has 5 points, 5 of the 9. Kennedy Bacco with the ball right now. Gives to Amelia Eisenshank. Amelia Eisenshank almost has it go out of bounds. Whistle blown, and it did get out of bounds off of Amelia Eisenshank. Ace squared, Avery Ammerman into the game for the Vikings.
That's a lot of bench plays early on here for Kindred.
Yeah, so the Jags have had 7 come into the game. The Vikings have already had 9 into the game. Here's Treader. She punches out to Jensen, and up top now to Crockett. Hallie Crockett, senior.
Nice move.
No good. Rebound taken by Amelia Eisenshank. Almost had a foul there against Josie Jensen, but it was not called.
Ooh,
and then there was almost a travel there on Avery Ammerman. Avery Ammerman pulls it out top, gives to Casey Berner. Crockett is who she's working against. Kennedy for 3. No good. Rebound. Hayden Crockett. Hayden Crockett up top to her sister Crockett. Crockett drives and Crockett scores. Well, Hallie Crockett has shown up tonight, Nicholas.
Yes, she has. That's the thing. I mean, Kindred and Northern Cass, I think they're going to be equal with the guard positions. See who can take over early on with these guards.
Well, there was a great play. Absolutely fantastic pass by Charlie McQuillan to Kennedy Bacco, and Kennedy Bacco finishes it. You know, you can have those nice passes and nice drives, but you have to finish. Kennedy Bacco does and is fouled. Foul's going to go against
Josie Jensen, too.
Josie Jensen. That's Josie Jensen's first foul. Team's second foul. Vikings have 2 fouls. One against Rohrbeck, one against Amelia Eisenshank. Shot's no good. Vikings have missed
0 for 2.
Yes, they're 0 for 2 at the free throw line. Crockett gives over to Treader, and Treader punches it down low to Tess Gelbert. 3-point basket. Air ball, out of play. Not tipped. Vikings are going to keep it. It's 11. Or get it back. 11-8. Jags are winning. 2:25 left in the first quarter. Great atmosphere here in Kindred. I'd like to welcome you in. Thank you for watching Magnitude Sports. Josh Almaris alongside Nick Agbin and Lucas Klobundy on the camera. Been a long time since we've been able to call a game. December 20th. We're excited to be back. Casey Berner is excited to get that left-handed roll. She's got her second basket and her 4th point of the night. Layla Eisenshank working against Kayla Treader. Gives to Crockett. Crockett with a step back, no good. Rebound, nice rebound, and is by Hallie Crockett. She's fouled trying to go back up. Foul's going to be against Berner. Is that what you saw, Nick?
Yep.
Foul against Berner. Her first, team's third. First basket's good.
Difference right now is free throws right now, Josh. Northern Cass hasn't missed and Kindred's missed 2.
Yeah, and Hallie Crockett might also be the difference.
Yes.
She's got 8 points. She is human after all. She finally misses one.
Nope, stepped out of bounds.
Rebound attempt by Tess Gilbert is going to go back to the Vikings as she stepped out of bounds. Peyton Getty going to run the floor. She's a junior. 5'3", but a big heart, Peyton Getty is. Here's Casey Berner driving inside, right-handed roll, and she gets it. Wow. Casey Berner heating up a little bit. She has 6 right now, and the Vikings have tied the game up, 12-12. Crockett drives into the paint. She takes it. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be off of Crockett, and the Vikings are going to take it back. Vikings are on a little run here, Nick.
Yeah, that was good defense by the Vikings there. Played her even and didn't let her get to that hoop, and she lost control.
Great energy here, Region 1 basketball matchup that neither team wants to lose. Here's Layla Eisenchank, right-handed rolling good. Nice work by Layla Eisenchank. The freshman, 5'7" guard, gives the Vikings a lead.
You know what I said?
Go ahead, Nick.
You know what I said about Northern Cass not wanting to push it fast? I think I was 100% wrong. They like to get up and down that court right away.
Jump ball here. Jump ball is going to favor the Jaguars. Amelia Eisenchank checks in for Charlie McQuillan. Both teams getting their bench involved. Like we had said, Jaguars have played 7 already. Yeah, it's going to go to the Jaguars.
Yep.
Arrow clearly went that way.
Yeah, Kindred on the tip.
Anyway, the Jaguars have played 7 already, and the Vikings have played 9. So they're both getting the team, everybody involved. Crockett sees herself get blocked. It's Gilbert now who passes off to Crockett. Crockett drives. Left-handed layup. Great shot there by Hayden Crockett, and she has 4. Guarded nicely by Peyton Getty. Nothing she can do there.
Both of these teams have been very good on defense. Just Kindred and Northern Cass making both shots. That looked like a travel.
It sure did, yep. And there's the call. Good move and good basket. Just packed her bags before she did it, Layla did.
Yep.
Jaguars getting it into Crockett, with under 40 seconds left in the first quarter. Been a great first quarter and a great atmosphere.
Ooh, look at the ball handles.
Crockett, right-handed roll, and there it is. Hayden Crockett, 6 points for her. And just like that, the Jags have fought to get the lead back. It's 16-14.
Yep,
Jags lead. Should be final possession. Shot clock is off. Under 20 seconds. We'll see if the Vikings continue to dribble it out. We think they should. They're going to move the ball. Oh, and there's a travel. Casey Berner just got a little bit too happy with those feet.
Yep.
Just like the movie. And the Jags are going to get it with the last chance to score and add to their lead. Jags lead 16-14. 10 seconds left and counting in the first quarter. 8, 7, 6, 5. Crockett gives to Crockett. 3, 2, 1. Not going to get a shot off. Oh, they got it off. And it just comes short. I did not think they were going to get that shot off. It was Crockett to Crockett to Crockett. And it was Hayden who ended up taking the shot. It was no good off the front rim. What a great first quarter.
Yes.
Let's take a break, give some love to our sponsors. Jags lead 16-14.
MLGC's story began in 1906 in the rural communities of Enderlin and Cooperstown. Today, MLGC is a fourth-generation family-owned company that can deliver ultra-high-speed broadband, TV, telephone, and advanced business services to customers on a 100% fiber optic network. Now available in several rural communities, including Kindred. In an era of exploding technology, MLGC's goal is to deliver future technologies that make rural North Dakota a vibrant place to live and do business. Visit them today, MLGC.com. MLGC, moving you at the speed of light.
Hey fans, welcome back into Kindred. Great Region 1 girls basketball matchup here in Kindred. First quarter sees the Jaguars up 16-14. I want to give some love to all of you listeners, especially Dan Nathan, listen from Central Kindred tonight.
Central, okay.
Doing work at the elementary school. So
okay.
Welcome in, Dan, and all of our other viewers. We appreciate you tuning in and hope you're enjoying coverage of Vikings versus Jaguars here. While we're doing things, we might as well give a special happy birthday announcement to Trey Heinrich.
Trey Heinrich, huh?
Trey Heinrich, the staff and crew at Magnitude Sports. 3-point basket by Layla Eisenshank. You just got upended Trey. Layla Eisenshank ruins your happy birthday call, but we'll talk about it later, Trey. You also have a secret admirer who wanted to wish you a happy birthday. So not only from the Magnitude Sports crew and staff, but from some secret admirer out there. Hayden Crockett, wow, what a great left-handed basket.
Are controlling this game for Northern Cass.
8 points for Hayden. She's just a sophomore, and she is having a great game. Her sister, Hallie, also has 8 points. Casey Berner not even close there. What was the call there, Nick? Over the back? Yeah, over the back, I think.
Did they call a foul?
Well, it looked like he called over the back, so.
No. What?
I'm not really sure what happened. I thought he gave the over the back signal, but he did not. No foul.
No
so
foul. It should
we'll
be
call it out of bounds then?
Jump ball.
Maybe they called it out of bounds?
Maybe.
We'll go with that. Ellie Crockett, nice pass. And an open shot. Ellie Lucas, she doesn't miss it. Coach's daughter probably takes a bunch of shots all year long. She's not going to miss that easy shot. Ellie Crockett hit her wide open. Jags lead 20-17. Charlie McQuillan goes to her left. Casey Berner punches it back to Layla Eisenshank. Layla Eisenshank to Berner. Good defense. We said it by both teams. Avery Bartels takes it to her left. Punches back to Berner. Berner, she's coming close to traveling.
Yes, she is.
Finger roll underneath is no good, and the rebound is collected by Josie Jensen. Here's Crockett. Crockett to Crockett. Inside. No good. Layla Eisenshank going to get it, and she's pulled around. Are they going to call a foul? Yes.
I think that's a foul this time.
Yep, they did call a foul on that. I think that's going to go against Josie Jensen, correct?
Yep, this foul should be 3-3 now. I don't see a foul on that last one on the other side of the court here.
So it looks, yeah, it is. 3 team fouls apiece. 2 for Jensen and 1 for Rust on the Jag side. 1 for Berner, Rohrbeck, and Amelia Eisenshank on the Viking side. So 3 team fouls apiece. Score is 20-17. Jaguars lead. Been a great early on going here in Kindred. Baco to A squared on the Layla Eisenshank. Going to take the shot.
Range.
No good. And the rebound's going to be collected and immediately driven down the court by Crockett. Crockett's not scared, but she doesn't get it to go. Tess Rohrbeck with the rebound. Gives to Baco. Baco hustles down the court. You're right, Nick. Both teams pushing the pace.
If you're Northern Cass here, you got to be careful. That could. Ooh.
Well, good defense there by Hallie Crockett, and she takes it coast to coast. She gives to her sister, who Hayden Crockett now has in double digits. She has 10.
But if you're Northern Cass, you got to be careful with Josie Jensen down low. She's already got 2. You don't want to have her pick up 3 early on in the second quarter here. Another back door.
Size, that's going to hurt them. Here's a foul. Going to go against
Hayden Crockett.
Hayden Crockett, that's her first. Team's 4th.
And just like that, there goes Josie Jensen giving her a break.
Yep, Josie. Did you see who came in? I think it was Tess Gilbert. Yep. She's on the floor anyway. We're going to say Tess Gilbert came in. Kennedy Baco for 3, no good. Rebound goes to Tess Gilbert. She's a freshman. And now the Hallie Crockett version is going to come in with a left-handed roll. And she gets another 2 points. Jags have the biggest lead of the game. They're leading now by 7, 24-17. Layla Eisenshank, almost looked like she stuck the knee out. Sam Brandt, quick ball, comes out, calls a timeout.
Nope, they called a jump ball, Josh.
Oh, they did call a jump ball, so she did not get the timeout. And they called the jump ball, going to stay with the Vikings. Coach Brandt tried hard to get the timeout as the ball was on the floor, but was not able to get it. So the Vikings get the jump ball, arrow exchanges. Casey Berner, tough miss. I
think she wants that one back. I think she thought there was going to be help side defense, but nothing came. And she tried to float it instead of lay it up.
So the ball goes out of bounds. They initially call it that it's going to be with the Vikings, but then another official comes in and says, I saw it good and clear, and it's going to go back to the Jags. So the Jags have the ball right now. Can't see it with that standing student section there. Hayden Crockett, with the ball. Sophomore. Gives to Rust. Rust hits out to Gilbert. Thought about it, didn't get it, and they go inside. Crockett gets fouled. Foul's going to go against Tess Rohrbeck. Tess Rohrbeck picks up her second foul.
2 more shots here for Hallie Crockett.
Hallie Crockett having a good day. That's her 11th point.
Yeah, Hallie and Hayden are leading this Jaguar team here.
Score is 25-17. The Jaguars are on a 9-0 run right now, Nick. There's a 10-point run that they are on right now. Hallie Crockett, no surprise, she puts it in. Vikings trying to stop this run. Amelia Eisenchank had a lane, decides to pull up, and it's no good. Ball goes off the fingertips of Ellie Lucas, and it's going to stay with the Vikings.
Yeah, that's the second time here on consecutive trips down low. They have the lane, but they're not driving into that lane. They're taking these jumpers instead of going up for an easy layup.
McQuillan tries to hit her classmate, Berner, unable to do so. Ball's on the floor, going to be a jump ball here. So there's a 10-0 run that the Vikings had a great chance to stop, and they were unable to do so. So we'll see if the Jaguars continue to stay hot with the ball. Inside, the Jaguars work it. No good. Rebound's going to go to Gilbert. Gilbert can't get it to fall. McQuillan with the ball goes behind the back. She's got Getty open. She's going to keep dribbling it. It gets taken away, knocked out of bounds. That was Ellie Lucas playing good defense, but it went off her hands. Going to stay with the Vikings. Yeah, the Vikings just seem a little off right now.
Yes,
Nick.
they do. They're not playing like they did in the first quarter here.
A lot more almost timid and reserved. They're not driving the basket like they were. And the Jags are doing all of that and more. Amelia Eisenchank gives the Berner. McQuillan on the left wing. Goes to her left, and she knocks that out of bounds. That's a turnover on McQuillan. Going to go to the Jags. Wonder how long it's going to be before the Vikings call a timeout. There it is right there. Yeah. Gather the wits here. They're seeing the Jags on a 10-0 run. The Vikings are trailing 17-26. Like I said, Jags are hot right now. 10-0 run. We're going to be back in about 30 seconds.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Hey fans, welcome back in to Kindred, North Dakota. Exciting basketball matchup underway here as the Jags have the ball looking to add to their lead. It's Hayden Crockett with the ball, drives into the paint, kicks out to Gilbert. Gilbert no good. Rebound, Ellie Lucas. Ellie Lucas can't get the putback. Peyton Getty down low is able to get enough of the ball into the hands of Kennedy Bacco. Peyton Getty tries to go inside, unable to do so, drives into the paint now. Ball blocked. Crockett wide open. Crockett going to work against McQuillan. She drives in, and the ball is going to go off the back of the backboard and stay with the Vikings. So, Nick, after the first quarter, the Jaguars led 16-14. Vikings came out. Layla Eisenchank hit a three-pointer to go up 17-16, and the Jaguars have since gone on a 10-0 run. It's 26-17.
They've taken over. They become the aggressors here in this game, and Kindred hasn't had an answer yet in this second quarter.
McQuillan looking to be that answer. She drives, nice pass inside, and Amelia Eisenchank stops the bleeding. The run is over. Vikings see themselves trailing by 7, 26-19. The answer for the Jags, Crockett almost had it, but she was unable to get it, but the Vikings get lazy with the ball.
Another jump ball.
And Kayla Treader makes them pay. Kayla Treader and the Jaguars have been fantastic on defense. This jump ball is going to stay with the Vikings, but it was a costly one because they should have had that ball no problem.
Yep, they should have. Looked like Casey Berner just got a little too carried away with that ball and lost it.
2:35 left in the half. Vikings have the ball. Avery Bartels goes inside. Nice move. Nice drive there. Just couldn't get it to go.
Yep.
She gets fouled on the play. Foul's going to go against Tess Gelbert, and that's her first. Team's fifth. Avery Bartels gets a hole in one there.
She's used to those.
She sure is. Multi-time state champion golfer at the free throw line. Par for the course, 2 for 2. Quick inbounds there by the Jags. I put my head down, all of a sudden Crockett's driving down the court here. Hayden Crockett goes inside to Ellie Lucas. Ellie Lucas traveled right before she got hammered on the forearm, but the travel happened first. And now it's the Vikings seeing themselves on a little bit of a run.
Yep, see if they can take advantage, cut this thing into a potentially a one-score game here with a 3.
26-21 Jags lead.
A one-score game with a basket.
Nice move, and not able to finish. Charlie McQuillan, the senior, makes a great move but can't get it to fall. Hallie Crockett throws it up to Hayden Crockett. She reels it in, and the ball's going to be knocked all the way down the court. Charlie McQuillan out to the right. Almost looked like she was interfered with a little bit there by Hallie Crockett. But great hustle.
Yes.
Just a lot of determination and hard work and grit, I guess you could say, by both of these teams here, Nick. Timeout for the Jags. We'll take one with it. 1:52 left in the half. Jaguars lead 26-21. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Load full of paprika, garlic, black pepper, and salt for the all-new breading-free blackened chicken sandwich. Do you copy?
Copy that.
You think others will copy us?
Let them try.
Introducing the new blackened chicken sandwich. No breading, all flavor.
Hey fans, welcome back into Kindred, North Dakota. Exciting, fun matchup here, Region 1 matchup. Before we get back into it, I want to thank a few of our sponsors, Nipstead Farms, MLGC, and Popeyes. Boy, we're so thankful that you guys hop on board and allow us to provide great sports coverage free of cost. Thank you to Popeyes, MLGC, and Nipstead. Jaguars with the ball. Vikings on a 4-0 run right now. Jaguars trying to stop that. It's Crockett up top. She sends over to Gelbert.
Down low.
Gelbert in the post, and it's blocked. Nice block there by Layla Eisenchank. Ball is all over the place. Hallie Crockett unable to hit a three-pointer, and Layla Eisenchank with the ball. 83 seconds left in the half. Peyton Getty running the floor. Up top, gives to Layla Eisenchank. Number 14, thinks about it. Now she passes it on to Casey Berner. Casey Berner at the elbow. Looking around, gives to Kennedy Bacco. Kennedy Bacco drives, pulls back, gives to Casey Berner. Casey Berner over to Layla Eisenchank. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Nice basket by Layla Eisenchank. Layla Eisenchank up to 7 points. 26-23. Vikings are clawing back.
On the right side. Looks for Hallie.
Looking to stop the steal by Layla Eisenchank. It's becoming the Layla Eisenchank show here momentarily. Layla Eisenchank gives to Casey Berner, pulls it up. 38 seconds left in the quarter, 28 on the shot clock, 10-second differential. Vikings are not going to take the 2-for-1. They're going to drive, think about it, all the way to the outside. Peyton Getty thought about it, now she's going to go inside. She was blocked the last time in there, decides to give to Layla Eisenchank. Deep three, no good. Rebound Crockett, this will be the final possession. Under 20 seconds, shot clock is off.
Jaguars extend their lead here before the half.
Jaguars lead 26-23. It's been a 6-0 run for the Vikings. Vikings almost get the ball back. Not able to do so. Travel, they are able to do so. Tess Gelbert had it. and then traveled. Vikings have it with 5.6 left. Even getting within 1 right now, Nick, would be a big victory for the Vikings. They stopped a 10-0 run the Jags were on. What an interesting quarter. 3, 2, 1.
And
fouled. Avery Bartels takes it to the basket. She is fouled by Elia Lucas. It's going to be her first foul, shooting foul. 2 shots for Avery Bartels with 1.3 second left.
I've got 0 on my clock.
Yep, it's a tough gig, Aggie. I do not say that with any sarcasm because, as we all know, there was once a cameraman who worked for the Magnitude Sports, and he decided after a little bit of too much grief, he's giving that gig up. All in good nature, of course. Avery Bartels hits both, and she almost steals the ball, but it's going to stay with the Jags. 0.2 seconds left. What an interesting quarter.
Yes.
We'll talk about it at the halftime show, Nick. But right now there's 0.2 seconds left. The Jags just looking to get this in bounds. They're able to barely do so, and that's how the quarter will end. Vikings trail by just 1 point. Northern Cass led by 2 after the first quarter. They lead by 1 after the second quarter. It's the Northern Cass Jags 26, the Kindred Vikings 25. What a fantastic game. You want to come back. We'll talk about the first half after about 2 minutes of giving some love to our sponsors. Thanks for tuning in to Magnitude Sports. We'll be back in about 2 minutes.
You're looking for a bank or insurance agency that offers big bank products and small town service? Then Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency is the way to go. Live in or near the Kindred area? Stop in and chat with a friendly banker or insurance agent about all of the convenient services and features they offer. Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency are your neighbors who are here to help you grow and develop. Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Online at kindredstatebank.com.
Kindred Storage provides secure and affordable storage 24 hours a day. The units at Kindred Storage are new construction, isolated from water and snow, and are maintained year-round. The area is also well lit to ensure safe and easy access to your possessions day or night. Call 701-428-3121 for availability, unit pricing, and more information. Kindred Storage. You can find them online at kindredstorage.com. You can also find them on the north side of the airport in the city of Kindred.
MLGC's story began in 1906 in the rural communities of Enderlin and Cooperstown. Today, MLGC is a fourth-generation family-owned company that can deliver ultra-high-speed broadband, TV, telephone, and advanced business services to customers on a 100% fiber optic network. Now available in several rural communities, including Kindred. In an era of exploding technology, MLGC's goal is to deliver future technologies that make rural North Dakota a vibrant place to live and do business. Visit them today, MLGC.com. MLGC, moving you at the speed of light.
Hey fans, welcome back into Kindred, North Dakota. Thanks for tuning in. Magnitude Sports. Want to thank a few more sponsors. Tommy's Express Car Wash, Swenson Farms, and Goldmark. A big thank you to Tommy's Express Car Wash, Swenson Farms, and Goldmark, as well as all of our sponsors. We wouldn't be here if it weren't for sponsors like you. Nick, what a great first half. Yes. I'm just going to break down the first quarter and a little bit of the second quarter for fans to just kind of get an idea of what went on there. At the end of the first quarter, which was a very good quarter, the Northern Cass Jags led 16-14. Vikings come into the second quarter. They get a three-point basket by Layla Eisenchank. They take the lead 17-14. All the Jags did to answer that was score 10 straight. So they go up 26-17. The Vikings finally stop what looks like is going to be a game potentially getting out of hand, where they're gonna get blown out of the water, and they then answer with their own 8-0 run. They get it to 26-25. They actually almost get the ball back with 2 seconds left. The ball goes out of bounds, and Northern Cass keeps it in the half ends with the Jags being up by 1 point. So it was, basketball they talk about as a game of runs, but that was definitely a quarter of runs. 3-point basket by the Vikings to lead things off. 10 straight points by the Jags, followed by 8 straight points by the Vikings. And all that being said, 26-25 with 16 minutes left. Nick, what were your thoughts on that?
Both teams are playing good, both on those runs. Exactly. Kindred looked very timid after they made that 3-pointer. They weren't driving to the basket like they were in the first quarter. They weren't. They were playing good defense, but Northern Cass started to hit their shots and then kind of flipped once you got halfway through the second quarter. And the momentum went back to Kindred. They kept playing good defense, got their shots to hit, attacked the basket, got fouled a couple times. And something that's really interesting to me, Josh, is neither team wants to play half-court offense right now. Both teams want to get that thing up the court and tire out each other. It's kind of a game that's both teams are trying to establish exactly what the other is trying to establish, and both are doing it just at different times.
Well, we're a hockey player and a wrestler calling a basketball game. We both thought that this was going to be a game that Northern Cass was going to want to utilize the post play of Josie Jensen 6'3" and Ellie Lucas 6'1". They have the size matchup, but the quickness is certainly certainly
you have
working.
Two Crockett's that are guards that can run up and down the court too. Why not just let them go?
Speaking of those Crockett girls, we'll get into individual scoring. Hallie Crockett leading the way for the Jags, the senior 5'9" All-State volleyball player, volleyball state champion, has a phenomenal pedigree in that avenue. Also, by the way, she's almost scored 2,000 points in her basketball career, around 1,800 right now. She had 12 points in that first half. Her younger sister, Hayden Crockett, sophomore, had 10. So if you're keeping track, Hallie Crockett has 12, Hayden Crockett has 10. That's the Crockett girls of Northern Cass with 22 of the 26 points. The other 4 points came from Ellie Lucas, junior guard. So 3 scores for the Jags, and there they are. On the Viking side of things, they have 6 scores. They are led by Layla Eisenshank. She has 7 points. Casey Berner, the senior, has 6 points. 4 points each by Kennedy Bacco and Avery Bartels, and a couple of girls with 2 points would be Tess Rohrbeck and Amelia Eisenshank. That gets us once again to the Jaguars with 26 and the Vikings with 25. Nick, let's take another couple-minute break. Again, before we do so, I want to thank some of our sponsors: Tommy's Express Car Wash, Swenson Farms Goldmark, Nipstead Farms MLGC, and Popeyes. A big thank you to you. We're going to give some love to all our sponsors, but those 6 we want to say thank you very much, and thank you viewers for tuning into Magnitude Sports. We're back in about 2 minutes.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Hey fans, welcome back. We're a minute and 50 seconds away from second half basketball. If it's anything like the first half, it's going to be fantastic. Once again, we talked on the pregame show, Nick, that these two teams in many ways are much the same. They have similar records. Northern Cass 7-2, Vikings 6-2. They both lost to Thompson. Vikings lost by 22. The Jags lost by 7. They both defeated Tri-State. The Vikings won by 11. The Jags won by 17. Both have great pedigrees, championship opportunities, both in basketball and volleyball.
Yep.
Vikings are ranked 10 in the state. Northern Cass is receiving votes. We did an over-under, and you thought this game was going to be decided by more than 6 points, Nick. We didn't know. We honestly have no idea.
No idea how this game was going to go.
It certainly was looking like the Jags were going to take quite the run and hit you over. We were 1-1 on that, by the way.
We are 1-1. If it hits the over, I'll be happy. If it doesn't, I'll be happy because we get to watch a very good game.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's what we're always excited about is good high school basketball action, good high school action in general in the sports world. Once again, we want to thank our sponsors, Kindred Booster Club, Runnings, Kindred State Bank, and Kindred Storage. Please consider patronizing and thanking these local businesses.
Looks like we got a former Kindred Viking in the house. College basketball player Taryn Johnson just walked in.
Oh, all right. Let's see if we can get some mojo that Taryn gets going here. The Jags going to start with the ball. It's Addie Rust who's going to inbound it. She inbounds to Crockett. Right, they go right inside. There's the inside game. No good. It's Josie Jensen. Ball's going to stay with the Jags here. So Josie Jensen yet to score today. They try to go to her right away.
That's what I thought we'd see the whole game.
Jags with the ball inbounding. Addie Russ gets it inside. Gets it back and goes inside again. Crockett, she does not miss those very often.
That's going to... Whoa.
It looked like that ball was going to go against Avery Bartels. Yep. Yeah. Now they're going to. So it was Avery Bartels right away put her hands up and then started cheering. And now, you never want to see an official change his call, but if you're going to make an egregiously wrong call, you're okay seeing them get it right. That's what it's all about. They go down inside to Hallie Crockett. No good. Hayden Crockett gets the rebound, tries to put it back up, and it's no good. Hayden Crockett going to be fouled here, so 2 quick fouls against the Vikings. This one's going to go against Peyton Getty. It's her first, team second. Speaking of getting the call right, Nick, one thing we won't be able to dive into much, but I saw the semi-pro baseball, they're going to go to an automatic umpire.
Really?
Yep. So I think it's AA or AAA baseball. They're going to go to an automatic umpire. Lucas saw it. He agreed.
I don't know.
Hayden Crockett goes 1 for 2. And the run for the Vikings is now over. It ended at 8-0. 27-25 Jags are leading. Vikings trying to tie the game up. They're going to actually say, we're not going to do that. It's Casey Berner going for 3, and she's unable to do so. Hayden Crockett with her left hand dribbling, goes inside to her sister, and Hallie Crockett puts it away. She's up to 14. 2 points for Hallie Crockett. Charlie McQuillan gives to Peyton Getty. Peyton Getty inside. Casey Berner thinks about it, drives, right-handed roll, no good. Rebound, Josie Jensen.
Even though Josie Jensen hasn't scored tonight, she's the big presence on defense. These Kindred girls can't drive in and get close to the basket when she's playing down there.
Mismatch down low, Hallie Crockett, she gets 2 more points. Going to be a timeout for the Vikings. They don't want to see this run get too out of hand. So the Jags come out. They go on a quick 5-0 run. They lead 31 to 25. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Load full of paprika, garlic, black pepper, and salt for the all-new breading-free blackened chicken sandwich. Do you copy?
Copy that.
You think others will copy us?
Let them try.
Introducing the new blackened chicken sandwich. No breading, all flavor.
Hey fans, welcome back into Kindred. Great evening of basketball. Big Region 1 Class B girls basketball matchup. Right now the Jags are leading 31 to 26. Want to thank Nipstead Farms, Mary Jane and Scott Nipstead, Tommy's Express Car Wash and Kyle Fryer, Swenson Farms, Jen and Derek Swenson, and Goldmark, Andy Westby, for your sponsorship. While we're at it, a big thank you to Kindred State Bank and Kindred Storage, and Jim Pearson for all your support in high school athletics. Foul here
on Hallie Crockett.
Yep, Hallie Crockett going to be the team's first.
Her first, too.
And her first. So Hallie Crockett gets a foul. First foul of the half for the Jags. Vikings have 2 fouls as a team. 3-point basket for McQuillan. In and out, no good. Rebound. It's controlled by Ellie Lucas. Coach's daughter gives on to Addie Rust. Addie Rust going to go down low here, and Crockett going to dribble to the middle. Left-handed dribble, stops, pops, and scores.
That's something we don't really see out of Kindred, is Casey Berner and Charlie McQuillan missing wide open threes. That's happened quite a few times tonight already.
Hayden Crockett at 13. Vikings give to Getty, finger roll short. Rebound Avery Bartels. Bartels gives to Berner. They're just not having any luck going inside. The Vikings are. They're not hitting on the outside. So the Vikings need that fast-paced game right now.
Yes, they do.
There is Charlie McQuillan able to work inside. That's her first 2 points of the evening. Yeah, as we were saying there, Nick, the Vikings need to run and gun because they're just not having any success down low.
Yep. I mean, it's hard, too, when you're outmatched like they are.
Hallie Crockett takes it up, doesn't hit, but she is fouled.
Going back to the foul line.
Foul's going to go against Berner. It's her second foul, and the team's third. Hallie Crockett hits, of course.
Yeah, I think she's got to the line quite a few times tonight. I think she's only missed 1, maybe 2.
She has 17 points right now, looking for her 18th. All-state volleyball player, close to 2,000 points in her career. Hits both from the line. Jags lead 35-27. So it's been a game of runs. The Jags only led by a point going into the third quarter. Now their lead is up to 8. Berner works inside. She is fouled. I think it's going to go against Crockett.
Is that her second here? Or which Crockett is it?
Yep, it is her second.
Ooh, nope.
Oh, no, they did give it on Jensen.
Her third. That's big if you're Kindred fans here.
So Josie Jensen, the 6'3" junior, picks up her third foul. And Berner
not big if you're Northern Cass fans listening in. Big defensive presence down low for the Jaguars.
Trey's secret admirer looking for her second basket, and she gets it.
I figured that's who you were saying.
Happy birthday, Trey Heinrich, one more time. Vikings trail by 6, 35-29. Ooh, going to be is this a turnover? We're going to talk about it. Yep. No, they're going to say was off of Amelia Eisenshank. It was definitely bouncing off of Amelia Eisenshank and Hayden Crockett, but they're going to give it to the Jags.
It's a 50-50 one right there.
Hallie Crockett, senior, leader of this team, fantastic athlete, shows off her athleticism there. Wow, she is just having a fantastic game. Hallie Crockett gives the Jags an 8-point lead. Kennedy Bacco off the Kindred State Bank backboard there. Kennedy Bacco for 3. She says thank you to Jim Pearson. Get some money from the Kindred State Bank there.
Nice pass.
Nice pass down low, and the Jags answer very quickly. It's Ellie Lucas. She gets herself a basket. 39-32. We're under 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Layla Eisenshank goes to her right, and she puts it up and is fouled. Fast-paced game, picking up here again here.
Yes.
Layla Eisenshank, the freshman, 2 points. She's fouled, goes for the 3-point attempt. That foul is going to be against Hayden Crockett. It's her second.
Just when you think Northern Cass is going to pull away with this, Kindred just comes right back in and makes it a close game again.
Her second, team's third. Both teams have 3 fouls right now in the second half. Layla Eisenshank not able to finish the 3-point play. Score remains 39-34. Another thing with the Vikings scoring, they get to work that press, which is their strength and has been for years.
Ever since, even before Sam Brandt became head coach.
Yeah, ball's bounced around. Layla Eisenshank able to come up with it. And she's going to bring the ball down. Goes into the paint, sees a lane, finger roll off the backboard, no good. Bacco gets the rebound, kicks out to Amelia Eisenschenk for three, no good. Rebound, Crockett. Hayden Crockett has the ball. Sophomore, she's going to dribble it down the court. She's going to drive the baseline. Right-handed layup, no good. Ball's thrown up quickly. Casey Berner on the back end. There was Addison Winterquist. She checked into the game. We did not announce that. Addison Winterquist looks like she was going to be fouled by Casey Berner. Is that right? Yep.
Yes, it is. I think it should have gone to, I think, Bacco there. I think Berner got all ball from behind.
Well, it's going to be Berner's third foul. That would really hurt the Vikings if she came out of the game. Meanwhile, Addison Winterquist hits her first free throw and gets her first point of the night.
Yeah, see, like what Kindred's doing now, they're able to drive the lane because they don't have Josie Jensen just sitting down there.
Addison Winterquist miss her second shot. She's 1 for 2. Jags lead 40-34. Great pass and great basket. It's Bacco with 2 more points. 4-point game.
Man, this is a great game. Early on, atmosphere is amazing here in this gym. Nice move.
Great job there by Crockett. And if you're guarding Crockett, there's nothing you can do better than that. Hayden Crockett, it's that adage of sometimes you just got to tip your hat. You're doing everything you can to stop her, but she cannot be stopped right now. Yes. Hallie Crockett is having herself a big game. She's up to 22 points. Just give you an idea of how outstanding these Crockett girls have been. Hallie Crockett has 22 points, and Hayden Crockett has 13 points. That's 35 of the 42 points that the Jaguars have. 35 of the 42 points, Nick, by someone named Crockett.
Yes.
And there's only two versions of them. We're not talking like there's 5 of them.
I mean, Hallie, I think, is one, she's played really close games with Kindred her whole career and never beaten them.
Yeah.
I think she's taken this one maybe a little bit personal tonight.
Absolutely. Hallie Crockett would love to, as a senior, get a victory here in Kindred. Kennedy Bacco, great move, great right-handed lay-in. Good job by Kennedy Bacco, and she's having a good night. She's up to 11, and just quickly down the court, Crockett is unable to connect. The rebound went to Tess Gilbert, and they're going to have a jump ball going to the Vikings. Vikings have a chance to get within one possession.
Man, I love this job, Josh. This is so much fun being able to be in here and watch this game.
No doubt about it, Nick. That's why we thank our sponsors for giving us an opportunity to call these games. We've had some real good ones, Nick.
Yes.
This is going to be one that ranks right up there as one of the best.
On the left side.
Kennedy Bacco going to go to the elbow.
Picks up her dribble at the free throw line.
Gives to McQuillan, the senior. The senior works against Crockett. No good. And the rebound goes to Josie Jensen. Northern Cass up by 4. 2:35 left in the third quarter. Been a great game. Back and forth all night. Crockett, not even close. We'll call it a pass to Jensen. Jensen up and in. Nice job by Josie Jensen. And Nick, I believe those are her first 2 points of the night. Kennedy Bacco with the ball. Goes inside. Going to be knocked out by Kayla Treader. Stay with the Vikings. Avery Ammerman in for the Vikings. Ellie Lucas in for the Jags. Big Region 1 matchup. Seeding's on the line. A little ways until tournament time. Liza Trenbeth, her first checking into the game of the night. Number 34. Liza Trenbeth
on the right side, driving in
into the game. The Vikings lose the ball. And Hallie Crockett at the elbow. Air ball. Bounced out of bounds despite Kayla Treader trying to save it. She's unable to do so. Young lineup in for the Vikings. I was just checking some of the ages. Amelia Eisenschenk, freshman. Layla Eisenschenk, freshman. Junior Peyton Getty. Avery Ammerman is a junior. Liza Trenbeth, a freshman. 3-point basket by that freshman, Layla Eisenschenk. And it's a 3-point game, 44-41. Vikings running their trap, and it's a steal by Layla Eisenschenk. One-on-one, she's going to take it to the basket. She's going to travel. Yep. Just got a little bit too happy, but Layla Eisenschenk hits a 3, gets a steal, and almost picks up another 2 quick points.
So this game was 25-26 going into half. 44-41. What a high-scoring third quarter we've gotten here.
Almost 20 points scored by each team in this quarter alone. 95 seconds left. Here comes Treader. Treader gives down to Gilbert. They go inside a couple times. It ends up in the hands of Ellie Lucas, and she puts the basket in. She's up to 8 points. 46-41, 120 left in the third quarter. Layla Eisenschenk sees an opening down the baseline, tries to go there with her left hand. She's unable to do so, but she is fouled. Tess Gilbert picks up a foul. That's her second foul.
Fifth one on the team here in the quarter.
Fifth. Layla Eisenschenk gives to Liza Trenbeth, the freshman. Layla Eisenschenk up top. Step back. Amelia Eisenschenk dribbles inside of the paint, shoots the passes out to Peyton Getty. Finger roll, no good. Avery Ammerman gets the rebound, but the ball is knocked out by Tess Gilbert, the freshman guard, 5'8" of the Jags. Fun night of basketball. 63 seconds left in the third quarter. Peyton Getty with the ball gives to Avery Ammerman. Ammerman now under a minute and counting in the third quarter. Liza Trenbeth gives to Amelia Eisenschenk. A lot of freshmen out on the floor, yes. 3 of them to be exact. Layla gives to 3 on the Kindred Vikings side. Peyton Getty now gives Avery Ammerman for 3. No good. Oh, off the bank. She tried to go to the bank. Jim Pearson said no soup for you.
That was almost a travel, and
this ball is thrown nowhere. DC Lucas, Coach DC Lucas, calm down, calm down. There is a lot of excitement out there. There's no doubt about that. And Ellie Lucas, that's something right there where I laugh because Addison Winterquist checks in for Ellie Lucas, and the coach's daughter sometimes takes the biggest brunt of things. DC Lucas says, "Get out of there, honey." We're under 30. Shot clock and game clock are pretty much even. 22 and 22. We're talking a difference of tenths of a second. Liza Trenbeth almost gives it back to the Jags, and there she does. On the floor, going to fall against Layla Eisenschenk. Big possession there by the Vikings. They had an opportunity, really, with the last possession. Now the shot clock is officially off, but they were not able to hone in on it and get the last shot. Ball's inbounded to Kayla Treader. Now it's back to the Vikings. What can they do with the last possession? Under 10. 5 seconds. Layla Eisenschenk for 3. She hits it with 3 seconds left, and that'll be it for the third quarter. Layla Eisenschenk hits another three-pointer. It's 46-44. You better not go away, fans. We are going to be in for a fantastic fourth quarter. Vikings trail the Jags by a score of 46-44. We'll be back in a minute.
If you're looking for a bank or insurance agency that offers big bank products and small town service, then Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency is the way to go. Live in or near the Kindred area? Stop in and chat with a friendly banker or insurance agent about all of the convenient services and features they offer. Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency are your neighbors who are here to help you grow and develop. Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Online at kindredstatebank.com.
Kindred Storage provides secure and affordable storage 24 hours a day. The units at Kindred Storage are new construction, isolated from water and snow, and are maintained year-round. The area is also well lit to ensure safe and easy access to your possessions day or night. Call 701-428-3121 for availability, unit pricing, and more information. Kindred Storage. You can find them online at kindredstorage.com. You can also find them on the north side of the airport in the city of Kindred.
Well, fans, here we go. We're 8 minutes away from what we think is going to be a fantastic ending. It's 46-44. Jaguars lead. It's been a great game. Every quarter has proven Travel. Vikings are going to have it. After the first quarter, the Jags were up by 2, 16-14. After the second quarter, they were up by 1, 26-25. Now, after the third quarter, the Jags are up by 2, 46-44. There was almost 20 points scored. There was 20 points scored by the Jags and 19 points scored by the Vikings in that third quarter. It was fast-paced. There was lots of scoring and just an overall great quarter. Layla Eisenschenk tries to pick up where she left off and is unable to do so, but Berner gets the rebound. Berner goes inside to McQuillan, and it's going to go off McQuillan's fingertips and back into the hands of the Jaguars. Nick said it earlier. It's a fun gig we have, Nick.
Yes, it is.
sitting back watching good basketball. Jaguars work it inside. Yep, nice basket there by Jensen. It's Hayden Crockett to Jensen, and Jensen is up to 4 points. 48-44. Jags have a lead of 4 now.
If you're Kindred here, you can't let another one of those big runs go by Northern Cass. You can't be trying to come back from one the whole fourth quarter like you've been doing the second and third quarters.
Charlie McQuillan gets called for the travel. Jaguars are going to have it. It's going to be Addie Rust who's going to inbound. Addie Rust looking for Hayden Crockett. Unable to get it to her. Goes to Hallie instead. Hallie works against Peyton Getty. Peyton Getty working hard. Some fans wanted to foul. Actually, both fans wanted to foul. Every fan wanted to foul. And Hallie Crockett says, forget all that. I'm just going to put this one in. Yeah, the Kindred fans wanted to push, and the Northern Cass fans wanted her to reach in there. Yeah, body. Neither fan gets anything. Here's a three-point basket underway. Off the mark by Charlie McQuillan, and Layla Eisenschenk tries to corral it. And despite what Addison Rust thinks, that ball is going to stay with the Vikings. I actually thought Addison Rust had a case there where it went off of Layla, but the ref is right there and gives to the Vikings. Avery Bartels with the ball. Bartels is almost instantly triple teamed. The ball is knocked away by Elliot Lucas. It's going to be a jump ball staying with the Vikings. You saw that, Nick. Avery Bartels had it, and all 3 of the Northern Cass defenders went at her quickly. It was Elliot Lucas, who's back in the game, by the way, who was able to knock it out, draw the jump ball. Next jump ball will go to the Jags. 3-point basket. A dart off the mark. Layla Eisenschenk with the rebound. Not able to get the putback. Charlie McQuillan almost got the rebound. And there, finally, Addie Rust gets it. Holy cow. But turns it over to the Vikings. Back and forth, back and forth. The problem for the Vikings right now is they don't have anything to show for it. The Jags, on the other hand, they have 4 points to show for it this quarter, and they've stretched their lead from 46 to 44 to now 50 to 44. Inside the burner. Can't get it to go. Inside game not working. Crockett, nice block. McQuillan going to get a shot, and another block. Great effort there by McQuillan. She tried to bounce it off of Josie Jensen, but she stepped out of bounds. So
I don't think she should have. She should have just let it go there, Josh.
Yeah, it was blocked by Jensen. So 2 big blocks by the Jaguars, one by Crockett, one by Jensen. And here they are looking to add to their 6-point lead. Going inside to Jensen. Nice play there by Ellie Lucas. You know, Ellie Lucas got pulled out of the game, and ever since she's come back, she got a jump ball in her team's favor, and then she had a nice save there. This one is unsavable, going to go to the Vikings.
If you're Kindred here, you got to get some points on this possession.
Amelia Eisenschenk, Kenny Bacco checking in. Go ahead, Nick, finish that thought.
That's all it was. It's a quick little thought.
I like that thought. Short and sweet. Layla Eisenschenk with the ball right now for the Vikings. Down 50 to 44. They have not scored in the fourth quarter yet, the Vikings.
And another turnover.
And they get a turnover there. Ellie Lucas, you know, I mentioned it just a second ago, but now she gets a turnover. Big 3-point underway. It's short. You don't see Hallie Crockett miss often, and she did there. That could have been a backbreaker, Nick. Ball is thrown down, and it's off of either Ellie Lucas or Amelia Eisenschenk. They call it off of Amelia Lucas. Amelia Eisenschenk going to inbound, working against Ellie Lucas. Ellie Lucas, a junior timeout by DC Lucas. Once again, DC Lucas in his 3rd year as head coach, and he has his team looking like they're going to get a win and knock off the number 10 team in the state of North Dakota. We'll see what happens. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Hey fans, welcome back in to Kindred, North Dakota. Josh Almaris alongside Nick Eggman and Lucas Klabundi on the camera. Big thank you for tuning in, and a thank you to our sponsors, MLGC, Popeyes, Goldmark, Kindred Booster Club, and Runnings. Once again, big thank you for all that you do to allow us to be here calling great games like now. Layla Eisenschenk travels And the Vikings have yet still to get on the board in the fourth quarter.
4 turnovers to start this fourth quarter, Josh.
There's a lot of youth on the floor for the Vikings. It's shown a little bit now in this tight game. A little bit more experienced roster in the Jaguars. One of those experienced girls is that Crockett who gave to that Crockett. Hayden to Hallie. Hallie goes inside, this time to Kennedy Bacco. Kennedy Bacco gets the turnover and she dribbles down the middle of the court. Sophomore passes on to the freshman Amelia Eisenschenk. Amelia Eisenschenk tries to go inside. Finger roll, is unable to get it. And it's Jensen who picks up the rebound. Crockett behind the back. She loves to go behind the back, Nick.
She's good at it.
And there's a throw up. We'll call it an alley-oop, but the alley-oop, Kayla Tredder's not able to get to go, and we got a dry spell here.
Yes,
almost 40 points scored in the third quarter, and in this quarter, not so much. Kennedy Bacco almost gets in over the back, but Josie Jensen is able to corral it. The junior gives on to the junior, her classmate, Ellie Lucas. Ball stolen. And Amelia Eisenschenk gives to Peyton Getty. Fake shot, drives. Going to be a block ball.
Yeah. That's 4th on Jensen.
Yes, good call. Jensen has 4 fouls.
One more, and that's a big difference in this game. I mean, when you can tell when she's in down low on defense, Kindred can't do much with scoring the ball unless it's outside the paint.
Yeah, absolutely. You take Jensen out of the game, and it's a different game. Jensen on the scoreboard only has 4 points, but you alluded to it. She is a force down low. Her and Ellie Lucas both. 3-point basket, no good. Kennedy Bacco unable to get it, and Ellie Lucas picks up.
Oh, they got Northern Cass's numbers.
3 against 2 here. Goes to Crockett. Hallie Crockett inside. She can just find a crease and make you pay. Hallie Crockett with 2 more points. Hallie Crockett has had a phenomenal night. We said that over and over again, and we'll keep it coming. Speaking of Crockett's, here's a rebound, then a turnover. Amelia Eisenschenk, great hustle play. It looked like Hayden Crockett got hit on the nose, just took a breather to check that, and Amelia Eisenschenk made her pay. So Amelia Eisenschenk gets the steal, drives it, does not score, is fouled, and that foul is going to go against Hayden Crockett. So that's Hayden Crockett's 4th foul as well, Nick.
Yep.
Is that right?
Yeah, you're right.
I had 3 down, but the board has 4. Team's 7th foul.
Here come 2 big girls, Lucas and Jensen off the court here. Presence down low.
3:45 left. Amelia Eisenschenk missed the first. Excuse me. Yeah.
Missed both.
She missed both.
Lane violation. Gets another one.
So she's 0 for 2 from the line, but is going to get a 3rd crack at this.
Technically 0 for 1 now.
Yes.
That one doesn't count.
And the Vikings have still yet to score in the 4th. 3:45 left in the 4th. Can they get it in? And they do. Is that what they need right there, Nick, to start to go on a run? 45-52. Jags lead by 7. Crockett.
And 1.
Wow. what can you say about Hallie Crockett? What a phenomenal athlete. Hallie Crockett, senior, 5'9", 26 points, looking for her 27th. That's, I think, accurate. I'll double check those numbers. And she connects. The difference in this game has been Hallie Crockett. Hallie Crockett
29.
And Hayden Crockett. Hallie Crockett with 29 points. 3:30 left in the quarter, in the game. Vikings down by 10. Charlie McCrone brings it in, and she gets hammered by Tess Gelbert. Tess Gelbert, I think that's her 3rd foul.
And
yes, team's 8th.
Going to be in bonus the rest of the way here for Kindred.
It's a shooting foul.
Yep.
So she'll get 2.
If you're Kindred here, you have to start making these free throws. You've been struggling from the line most of the night. You can't afford to miss these free throws late in the game.
Well, it's a 9-point game with 3:26 left, so you absolutely, our clock is a little off on the screen, 3:26 left, so you absolutely need to start taking advantage of some possessions. There's Charlie McQuillan putting her team on the right path. Jags up by 8. Crockett. Are they going to slow it down, Nick? We'll find out.
Hasn't been their mantra all game.
Looks like they're doing it a little bit now. Crockett, Hallie Crockett punches back out to Gelbert. The Vikings do have tenacious D, so if they do slow it down, they're going to work for a turnover. Hayden Crockett, nice move.
Yep.
Hayden Crockett takes it and scores. 2 more points for her. And timeout called by the Vikings. 30-second timeout. It was on the Vikings, right, Nick?
Yep, I think so.
Vikings call a timeout. Vikings down by 10, 57-47. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Hey fans, welcome back in. I want to thank Kindred Storage and Kindred State Bank, Runnings, Kindred Booster Club, Goldmark, Swenson Farms, Tommy's Express Car Wash, Popeyes, MLGC, and Nipstead Farms for your sponsorship of Magnitude Sports Basketball. It's been a great one that you guys have been able to provide. Region 1 matchup, a key matchup. More than likely two of the top three teams in the region battling against each other right now. Kennedy Bacco goes outside Avery Bartels. Gives to Casey Berner. Berner for three. No good. Off the front and then the back. And then into the hands of Josie Jensen. Josie Jensen gives to Hallie Crockett. Hallie Crockett going to slow things down at the Viking. Charlie McQuillan working against her. Gives to her sister Hayden Crockett. Kennedy Bacco guarding against her. And then down low to Tess Gelbert. Gelbert to Crockett. Going to be on the floor. Kennedy Bacco 3-on-1 for the Vikings. McQuillan gives it back to Berner. Berner cannot put it away. And it goes into the hands of Josie Jensen. Going to be a jump ball. Wow, what a missed opportunity for the Vikings.
Defense by Haley Crockett. 3-on-1. She stops it and doesn't let a basket go in for Kindred.
And no foul on the play either. Hayden Crockett, was that Hallie Crockett?
That was Hallie.
Okay, all right. Hallie Crockett just has one, but yeah, that was, like we said, Nick, the Vikings have to start scoring, and that was about as big of an opportunity as you could have. 3-on-1, and can't put it in. They continue to trail by 10. So at this point,
in Cass, you don't score unless you get a wide open one.
They say, what do you know, Nick? Okay. But it doesn't work. Surprisingly, because Hallie Crockett hardly ever misses, and the Vikings need to work quick. We're under two. Charlie McQuillan for three.
That's just
Vikings can't hit the three tonight.
I know.
Rebound goes to Hayden Crockett.
Something they're used to doing, but not being able to do so tonight.
We're at 95 seconds left in the game. Comfortable lead by the Jags. Going to be a foul. This one goes against Charlie McQuillan.
That'll put him into the bonus here for Northern Cass 2, 1-1.
McQuillan's first foul, team seventh. What a great game it's been. Looks like the Jags are running away with it a little, kind of as you predicted, Nick. You thought if it was close at the end, there would be some fouls and things like that. But it has been a great game. The score maybe doesn't reflect exactly how close this has been. That there, I think, could be the dagger, Nick. Josie Jensen, the Vikings again have an opportunity in this for sure. Hallie Crockett could put it away, and she does. Hallie Crockett, 2 more points for her, and just like that, the 10-point lead went to 14 for the Jags at 61-47. It's the big plays that the Jags have been able to make. The Vikings have not. The Jags have come up big here, especially in the fourth quarter. The Vikings have not been able to score a whole heck of a lot, just scoring 3 points, now 4 and 5. Charlie McQuillan puts it in. She's fouled, but the Vikings only scoring 5 points in the fourth quarter.
Someone just gets
and now there's a technical called against Coach Lucas, I think.
I'm not sure if it was on Lucas. I think it might have been on the assistant.
Yeah, it was on the assistant. You're right, because he's shaking his head. So it's on one of Coach Lucas's assistants.
If I'm not mistaken, that might be Josie Jensen's dad.
Oh, okay. All right, and she did foul out. So we've got the free throw by McQuillan. It goes in. It's 50-61. Yeah, Jamison Jensen, I think, is who they're going to call that technical against. And now the Vikings get to choose who they're going to have shoot the technical fouls. The technical fouls go to Layla Eisenchank, and she hits.
Wow.
So if you're a Jaguar fan, you know, you don't want to give the Vikings any hope. Layla Eisenchank isn't able to hit. The Vikings are going to get the ball now because of the technical by Coach Jamison Jensen, following a huge fifth foul by Josie Jensen. Timeout now on the Vikings. A lot happened there, Nick.
Yeah.
So the Vikings score. There's a foul called against Josie Jensen. It's her fifth foul. Charlie McQuillan hits her free throw, so she gets 3 quick points. Then Coach Jamison Jensen doesn't like the call. He gets a technical. Layla Eisenchank hits a point, and now the Vikings are going to have the ball. Down 10, 45 seconds left on the timeout. Let's take a break, Nick.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Hey fans, welcome back. Just to clear things up, there was 45 seconds left on that timeout. There's 59 seconds left in the game. Vikings trail by 10. Kindred with the basketball. 56 seconds on the clock. Knocked out of bounds there by Ellie Lucas. Nick, I have been really impressed with Ellie Lucas. Yes. She has been a force down low. I mean, I think she only has 8 points right now, but
she doesn't need to score when you have Crockett's going crazy like they are tonight.
Absolutely. Yeah, you sit back and defend hard, and she has done that. Here's a 3-point underway for Layla Eisenchank. No good. Seems to be the trend of the night for the Vikings.
Yep. Open shots, just not falling.
And a couple layups, too, that they've missed, and a couple down low shots that they've missed. The Jaguars have it now. They go Crockett to Crockett. It ends up in the hands of Peyton Getty. Peyton Getty going to try to move quick. Layla Eisenchank going to bring it inside. And that works somehow. So Layla Eisenchank gets a couple more points for the Vikings. Timeout for the Vikings. 28.4 seconds left in the game. Vikings trail by 8. On 1 minute timeout. We'll be back in a minute. Good Thursday evening, fans. It's a makeup basketball game, in case you're wondering what's going on here. This game was supposed to be played a while ago, but that was back in the days of Snownami. We did have an over and under at one point, Nick, that how cold's it going to be at the end of the game, and it ended up being 22 degrees below zero, and that was before wind chill. The things we endure here in North Dakota. This makes it fun in the winter. Crockett with the ball. Are the Vikings going to foul? Yeah. Yes, Peyton Getty does.
I think that's the last person he wanted to foul. He should have fouled right away. But he got it back to Hallie.
Peyton Getty gets her second foul. Team's 8th.
It would still be tough, but it would be doable.
And single bonus here for Crockett. And she hits.
Last person he wanted to foul on that court tonight.
Yep, Hallie Crockett has had a phenomenal night.
I think that just put her over 30, Josh.
31 points, you're right. For Crockett with 21 seconds left. She misses there, but the rebound goes, and she's going to put it right back up. Ellie Lucas. We talked about the fact that she's not scoring a bunch, but she does have 10 points now and has been phenomenal on defense. 64-53, Jags lead by 9. Casey Berner, keep in mind, 6-point on the over-under here. But it's not going to get a travel, but ball's going to go into the hands of Hayden Crockett. Hayden Crockett gives to the officials. The final buzzer sounds. And with that buzzer, the Northern Cass Jaguars have come into Kindred and defeated the Vikings by a score of 64-53. We will take about a 2-minute break. It was an excellent game, a lot of excitement, and we'll give you some of the individual scores and some of the game notes. We'll be back, and we'll call it 2 minutes.
Paprika, garlic, black pepper, and salt for the all-new breading-free blackened chicken sandwich. Do you copy?
Copy that.
You think others will copy us?
Let them try.
Introducing the new blackened chicken sandwich. No breading, all flavor.
If you're looking for a bank or insurance agency that offers big bank products and small town service, then Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency is the way to go. Live in or near the Kindred area? Stop in and chat with a friendly banker or insurance agent about all of the convenient services and features they offer. Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency are your neighbors who are here to help you grow and develop. Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Online at kindredstatebank.com.
Kindred Storage provides secure and affordable storage 24 hours a day. The units at Kindred Storage are new construction, isolated from water and snow, and are maintained year-round. The area is also well lit to ensure safe and easy access to your possessions day or night. Call 701-428-3121 for availability, unit pricing, and more information. Kindred Storage. You can find them online at kindredstorage.com. You can also find them on the north side of the airport in the city of Kindred.
MLGC's story began in 1906 in the rural communities of Enderlin and Cooperstown. Today, MLGC is a fourth-generation family-owned company that can deliver ultra-high-speed broadband, TV, telephone, and advanced business services to customers on a 100% fiber optic network. Now available in several rural communities, including Kindred. In an era of exploding technology, MLGC's goal is to deliver future technologies that make rural North Dakota a vibrant place to live and do business. Visit them today, MLGC.com. MLGC, moving you at the speed of light.
Hey fans, welcome back into Kindred. What a great night it was on the basketball court. 2 Region 1 top 3, potentially top 3. A lot can change, but more than likely 2 top 3 teams in the region duked it out here tonight. The Vikings ranked number 10 in the state. Northern Cass receiving votes. That'll probably change after this week, as Northern Cass came into Kindred here and defeated the Vikings by a score of 64-53. Quick breakdown on the game, Nick, and then I'll get your thoughts and just say, what did you think of it overall? In the first quarter, the Jags were up 16-14. Then the Vikings saw themselves get a basket early on, take the lead 17-16. The Jags then went on a 10-0 run to take a lead 26-17. Vikings answered with an 8-0 run of their own, and after the second quarter, it was 26-25 in favor of the Jags. Third quarter was a tremendous amount of scoring, almost 40 points scored by the combined teams. At the end of it all, the Northern Cass Jags saw themselves clinging to a 2-point lead, 46-44. Fourth quarter was the tale of the game, Nick. The Vikings scored only 9 points. The Jaguars scored 18 points, so they stayed on that hot run, and that was the big difference there. The Jags ended up with a victory, 64-53. What do you think of the game, Nick?
It was a good game. I mean, both teams went on those runs, except if you're Kindred, you're getting on those runs to try and get back in the game. That's what you can't do when you're playing a really good team like Northern Cass. You kept it close through those 3 quarters, but once you got to the fourth quarter, you started with 4 turnovers in a row, got down by 8 early in the fourth quarter, and just you can't keep digging yourself that hole and expect yourself to come back every time.
Yeah, and one of the things you have to have happen when you are playing in a tough game, you have to have your stars shine bright. Yes. And the stars for the Jags absolutely shone bright tonight. Hallie Crockett was that star. She scored 32 points and led the way for the Jags. Her sister Hayden Crockett had 15. So between the two girls, they had 47 of the 64 points. So once again, Hallie Crockett leading the way with 32 points. Hayden Crockett with 15. Ellie Lucas had a really good game, the junior guard, 10 points, but defensively she was a tear. She was a big problem for the Vikings. Josie Jensen had 6, and Addison Winterquist had 1. That gave the Jaguars their 64 points. On the Vikings side of things, Layla Eisenchank had 18. She led the way. Kennedy Bacco had 11. Really a nice game from the sophomore Kennedy Bacco and the freshman Layla Eisenchank. Casey Berner had 8. Charlie McQuillan had 7. And Avery Bartels had 4. Amelia Eisenchank with 3, and Tess Rohrbeck with 2. Fun night, Nick.
Yes, it was. Very exciting game here. I'm expecting to see these two teams when you get to tournament time later on as well.
Yeah, we talked about the fact that Central Cass, Northern Cass, Kindred, those three are probably going to duke it out for the 1 through 3. Very likely we're going to see this matchup in the
Northern
region.
Cass has already lost to Castleton.
You're right, well. They did, and the Vikings play them. It's a game we're going to have here on Magnitude Sports, but going back to that, you're right, January 5th, Central Cass did defeat Northern Cass by 15, 65-50. The Vikings played Central Cass in Kindred on January 31st, which again is a game we will have covered here on Magnitude Sports. Want to thank our sponsors one more time, Nipstead Farms, MJ Nipstead and Scott Nipstead, all you folks out at Nipstead Farms, thank you very much. MLGC, want to thank Popeyes, Tommy's Express Car Wash, Kyle Fryer and the gang at Tommy's Express Car Wash, a big thank you to you. Jen and Derek Swenson and Swenson Farms, want to thank Goldmark, Andy Westby, big sponsor here in the Kindred area. Thank you to him. Kindred Booster Club, Runnings, and Kindred State Bank and Kindred Storage. Jim Pearson, always appreciate all that you do to support Magnitude Sports and the local athletics making this possible. Nick, any closing thoughts?
Great game. Excited for the next one.
Absolutely. We are going to sign it off here. Hope you guys enjoyed coverage tonight. Take care. Stay warm. For Lucas Clabundi on the camera and my trusty old color man, Nicholas Eggman, my name's Josh Almaris. Have a good night, everybody.
Has been a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network. Don't forget to subscribe, click the bell, and visit our website at magnitudesn.com for a schedule of our upcoming broadcasts.